Welcome to Emilak Online Tutorial. And before us is this question that says a horizontal force of 45 Newton applied to a crate of mass 9 kilogram is just sufficient to move it. Now, if the crate is now pulled at an angle of 50 degree to the horizontal, find the force required to move the crate over the horizontal surface. And we are given that the acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square. All right, now let us give out a pictorial diagram of this. So here we can draw this. Now this is the crate on a surface. All right. Now, and the force, horizontal force here is what? 45 Newton. And we know that the mass of this is 9 kilogram. So it means the weight of the body now will now be W equals what? Mass times acceleration due to gravity, and the reaction here also R will also be the same. So here we have the frictional force acting against this. All right. Now the first one says if the crate is now applied, so but let us find the frictional the coefficient of static friction here. All right, so by so doing, what we need to do here, this is the force, horizontal force. So we know here that since this body is not accelerating, automatically acceleration is 0. So we know that force equals the product of mass times acceleration. And since this force is acting opposite this, all right, so and they're both in the same horizontal axis. So here we have the F minus the frictional force, or give you this. All right, so since A here, acceleration will be 0, so we now have that the applied force minus the frictional force will give us what? 0. So from here we proceed by saying the applied force here will now give equals to the frictional force. So the frictional force here, which is, so you can now say here, and the frictional force here should be real time the product of the coefficient of static friction and the reaction. Let's take note that coefficient of static friction equals to force over reaction, and if you have to make this the solid of formula, we have equals this. So with this now, we can now make real the solid of formula here. So equals to the force over what? Reaction. So here we have that 45 over 9 times 9 times 10. So here we have that 45 all over 90, and this we go as far as saying that U equals to 45 here 1, 45 here 2. So you have 1 over 2, which is invariably, which is equals to 0.5. All right, now that we've gotten that, so the second sentence say if the crate is now applied at an angle of 50 degree. Now reacting to this, now we can just draw another diagram here. This case, this force that was previously here all of a sudden comes here. All right, an inclined plane of 50 degree. So take note, the frictional force is also T here. All right, so with this now we will get to resolve another equation. All right, So let's do that right away. All right, so having that diagram drawn again, you can still move back the video should in case you really don't understand. Okay, so if the crate is now pulled at an angle, so the force initially was like this, and it's dotted because it is now imaginary. So here we have that 50. So okay, let us make this f pull. Okay, let us say, let us just make it fx. Okay, okay, then let us make it fx. Okay, let us make it p. All right, now the reaction still is here. Now the weight w is here, and the frictional force is here. All right, now with this, now we get to resolve the upward force and the downward force. Now, but from this now, resolving this triangle here, now we can see here, now this is now a triangle, right? Okay, now this is the magnitude of the force. So this force move here. Now what we need to do now is to resolve this force in both the vertical and the horizontal. Resolving it vertical and the horizontal. Now here we have the vertical, which is y, and here is what? X. All right, now, and here is our p, which is the force. So with this now we can now resolve both the horizontal and the vertical. Okay, so by the horizontal here, this angle with respect to opposite and hypotenuse, so that will be using our SOHCAHTOA. So with this now, opposite over hypotenuse give us sine. So you can now say sine 50 degree equals opposite, which is this y over p. So making y so a formula, you have y equals p sine 50 degree. Okay, now relating this angle x and the hypotenuse, which is the force here, we can now say this is adjacent and this is the hypotenuse. So adjacent and hypotenuse will give you cos. So let us come here. You have cos 50 equals adjacent, which is x over p. Now making x the sort of formula here, we can now say that x equals p cos 50 degree. All right, now we've now resolved both the x and the y. I mean both this y and the x. Okay, now let us now recall that ordinarily this force here is equal and opposite to this. Okay, so we can now say here that F minus, that's this one, minus the frictional force equals this, right? Now remember, ordinarily the force actually is actually equals to mass, the product of the mass times acceleration. Now, but we are now having two forces here, one in this direction and this in this direction. Now to resolve it, for this to move, it means this one must be greater than this. So here we now have, and that is where we now arrive at this. Okay, so since this body is not accelerating, this one becomes 0. So here we now have that F minus Fr equals 0. So F will now give us Fr. All right, so and in this case, this F here, which is horizontal force with this, so automatically here the frictional force here will now be equals to P cos 50, right? So Here is it. So we've now resolved this. Now in this case now here, now let us now come back here. We will see that this force acting upward here is the vertical component of this one, and which is, so here we can now say that these two forces, which is P, okay, that is the y component of this and this should be equal to this. So we can now say here that the reaction plus the y component equals to the downward force, which is the weight of the body. So here our R plus, now the upward force here is this, that will be P sine 50 degree equals, right? So here this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. And let us recall also that the force equals to 45, even though we're probably not making use of this. Then the mass equals to 9 kilogram. Then the angle equals 50 degree centigrade. All right, so and as such now we get to equate this and resolve. All right, so we get moving. So here we have it. So we can, from here now we can now see the frictional force will give us the coefficient of static friction equals P cos 50. So from here we can make R the sort of formula by dividing by this. So here we come. Now say that R equals to P cos 50 degree over coefficient of static friction, and we solve coefficient of static friction to be 0.5. All right, now let me punch for cos 50. Now cos 50 here should be 0, that'll be 0.6428 over 0.5. So in essence, when we divide this, dividing this by a calculator, we get to have that R now equals to 1.286 approximately. Okay, now that we've gotten this, we can now put this into this equation here. Okay, all right, so come over to here and I'll say that R plus P sine 50 equals to the weight. All right, so and sine 50, let me get the sine 50 here. That will be 0.7660. So here we have that R is 0.7660. P equals, this will now be mass times acceleration due to gravity. So and our R here is this. So here you have 1.286 P now plus 0.766 P, then equals our mass here is 9, then times 10, which is 90. So when we add these two together, resolving these two, so here you have this 12 and 8 plus this 14 plus 1 5 Then 2 plus 7 is 9 plus 1, you have 10. Then here you have 2. Then P equals 90. So our P, now divide both sides by 2.052. 2.052. So this will cancel out this. So our P using calculator, now we get to have 43.86 Newton. So now this is the force required to move the crate over the horizontal surface. Alright, if you love what I've just done, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for videos like this in chemistry, physics, and mathematics. Thank you and God bless you.